everybody, this is Brandon with Aquatek Water Conditioning. And a common question we'll get around here from our customers is, do I need a new water softener? How do I know I need a new water softener? So there can be a lot of factors into why your water softener is starting to fail. A lot of our customers just don't know the benefits of what a new softener can do for them. So other than the obvious physical features that you could see, if your softener is not working, you're going to start to see some staining. A lot of people notice with their hair, the ladies will notice with their hair, it doesn't feel as silky as smooth, or the soaps don't lather like they do when it's new. So those are some obvious features or obvious things that you'll see with your water if your softener is not working. Other times people just don't know. So what we'd really like to do is come out. I've actually been on several of these calls the last couple of weeks here for people inquiring from their softeners, ranging from anywhere from 10 years old to 25 years old. So we'll come out, we could test the water, see what it's actually producing. Sometimes I've tested the water and it's been perfectly soft. Now, just because it tests soft does not mean it's actually working efficiently. A lot of our older units are time clock units. What that means is they're actually cycling every couple days. A lot of the older units, ours, other competitors, all cycle the same way. What changes over the years is 15 years ago, you had a family of 3. You had 3 young kids growing up. That softener needed to cycle every 2 days or every 3 days. Well, fast forward to today, those kids are gone, and it's just the 2 people in the house. That unit's still cycling every 2 days. So even though it's producing softened water, it's not efficient at all. You're wasting a lot of salt, you're wasting a lot of water. You have to lug down more salt to your basement to fill up that softener. So there's a lot of advantages of going to the newer units. Newer units now are all meter initiated. So what that means is it actually cycles on a gallon setting rather than a day timer. So it's only a cycle when you've used so many gallons of water. Makes it super efficient as far as salt consumption, water consumption, power consumption for the unit. Super efficient. It's super common when we upgrade someone from a new unit from an older unit. They'll call a month or 2 later and say, I don't think my softener's working, the new one you put in. And we'll ask them why, and they'll say, well, I've only used a bag of salt and it's been 6 months. So we'll come out, we'll test the water, and majority of the time it tests soft. They're so accustomed to using 3 or 4 bags a month, that might last them 6 to 8 months now. They're just way more efficient than the older units. So that's a huge advantage of sometimes just upgrading. Doesn't mean you have to. If your unit's still producing soft water, you're more than welcome to keep that unit. But you probably are getting towards the end of the lifespan. The older units, we'd say a lot of times the last 15 to 20 years was a general life expectancy of a softener. There's a lot of variables to that. Everybody's water's a little different, size of the house is a little different. But 15 to 20 years is a general lifespan of a water softener. So if you're getting to that age, it's probably time to start thinking about possibly upgrading or going to the newer unit. But the first thing would be come out and just check it. We can reprogram the older units to make them a little more efficient. They're not going to reach the capability of the new units that we sell now, but it might get you by a little longer. Plus, by that time, we can kind of quote you what a new unit would cost. So you can kind of budget for maybe a year or 2 down the road, knowing, hey, I'm going to have to spend some money here, but I need to know how much I'm going to get into. So a lot of things can change in that time frame. So another thing that we'll check for is we'll test your raw water. Maybe your raw water has changed over the years. Maybe you got a new well and you never let us know, and your water's a lot harder or not as hard as it used to be. So knowing the background of what your water is can help us set up the new softener or your existing softener. If you're not sure, we're more than welcome to come out and test your water. It doesn't have to be our unit. I can come out and test any water and let you know if it's soft or hard. I will give you my honest opinion on what I would recommend going forward. And then you can kind of make your better judgment on if it's worth repairing an old unit or upgrading to a new. So if you're not sure if your softener is working or if you just want an overall consultation on how your water is, more than welcome to come out. So give us a call. We can come out. There is no cost or obligation for me to come out that first time just to see where we're at. So I'd love to hear from you and reach out to us. Thank you.